the house discharges discharges गाइस ये गाइस मैंने अभी किया था मम्मी ने बुलाया था मम्मी ने how did also state of nature also define the state of nature as the condition of fear, instability and continuous conflict. Why this form? Why did form? Why did hope means by anarchy means absence of government or political authority? Why does hope support political powerful sovereign? Why did hope support powerful sovereign? Hope support a powerful sovereign to maintain peace and order in society. What is social conflict according to Hobbes? What is social conflict according to Hobbes? Social conflict is a agreement where people surrounding surround their rights to a sovereign for security. Social contract is a government where people surrender their rights to a so- sovereign society. What did Hobbes mean by war of all against all? Why did Hobbes mean by war of all against all? It means every person fight against others for self-protection and survival. It means a person, every person fight, every person fights against others for self-protection and survival. Thus, it means every person fights for fights. It means every person others for others fight against others for self-protection and survival. Mention two features of Hobbesian and sovereignty. Hobbesian sovereignty. Sovereignty is absolute. Sovereign power is indivisible. Sovereign power is absolute. Sovereign power is indivisible. Absolute. What is Commonwealth according to Hobbes? Commonwealth is a political society formed under a sovereign authority. The Commonwealth is a political society formed under a sovereign authority. Why is Hobbes called a materialistic thinker? Why is Hobbes called a materialistic thinker? Hobbes is called a materialistic thinker because he explained human behavior through matter and motion. Hobbes is called a materialistic thinker because he explained human behavior through matter and motion. Why this thinker? Why is Hobbes called a materialistic thinker? Hobbes is called materialistic thinker because he explained human behavior through matter and motion. Hobbes is called a materialistic thinker because he explained human behavior through matter and motion. What is law and nature according to Hobbes? What is law and nature? What is law and nature according to Hobbes? The law of nature is a rule of reason that encourage peace and self-preservation. Self-preservation. The law of nature is a rule of reason that encourage peace and self-preservation. What is law of nature according to Hobbes? The law of nature is a rule of reason that encourage peace and self-preservation. The rule of law the law of nature is a rule of reason that Root of religion, the root of religion. It encourages peace and self-preservation. The rule of law, the rule of nature, the law of nature. The law of nature is a law, is a rule. The law of nature is a rule of for rule of religion that encourage peace and self-preservation. What is sovereignty according to Hobbes? Sovereignty is the supreme and absolute power of the ruler. Sovereignty is supreme and absolute power of the ruler. Sovereignty is the what is the sovereignty according to? Sovereignty is supreme and absolute power of a ruler. And absolute power of the ruler. Sovereignty is supreme and absolute power of the ruler. Mention two characteristics. What is sovereignty according to? Sovereignty is absolute and powerful. Sovereignty is supreme and absolute power of ruler. Mention two characteristics of the state of nature: absence of law, constant fear and insecurity. Constant fear and insecurity. Mention two characteristics of the state of nature. Mention two characteristics of the state of nature: absolute absence of law, constant fear and security. How did people enter into social contract according to Hobbes? People entered into social contract for peace, society, and for protection of life. Why did people enter into social contract according to Hobbes? People enter into social contract for peace, security, and protection of life. Into social contract for peace. People enter into social contract for peace, security, and protection of life. People enter into social contract for peace, security, and protection of life. People enter into social contract for peace, security, and social contract for peace. People enter into social contract for peace, security, and protection of life. Social contract for peace, security, and security. People enter into social contract for peace. People enter into social contract for peace, security, and for protection of life. What is absolute sovereignty? Absolute sovereignty means unlimited, and what is absolute sovereignty? Absolute sovereignty means unlimited and uncontrolled power of the sovereign. SOVEREIGN. Use sovereignty. So SOVEREIGN. Absolute sovereignty is the absolute sovereignty means unlimited and uncontrolled power of sovereign. What is Hobbes' view on human equality? What is Hobbes' view on equality? Hobbes believes that all humans are naturally equal in strength and intelligence. Hobbes believes that all Humans are equally, humans are equal. Humans all believe that all humans are naturally equal in strength and intelligence. All believe that Hobbes believe that all humans are naturally equal. All believe that all humans are naturally equal. All believe that all believe that all humans are naturally what are the main causes of conflict or intercourse? What are the main causes of conflict in hospital? The competition between and clothing. Glory are the main cause of conflict. John Locke and G. Jacob. What are the natural rights are right given by nature, such as life. Life is Locke considered a liberal thinker. Why is Locke considered why is Locke considered what is what John Locke and G. Jacob? What are natural rights according to Locke? Natural rights are rights given by nature, such as life, voting. What are natural rights according to Locke? Natural rights are rights given by nature, such as life, voting. Why is Locke considered a liberal thinker? Locke is considered a liberal thinker because he supported individual freedom and limited government. Locke is considered a liberal thinker because he supported individual freedom and limited government. Why is Locke considered a liberal thinker? Locke is considered a liberal thinker because he supported individual freedom and limited government. Locke considered a liberal thinker because he supported individual freedom and limited government. Locke is considered as a liberal thinker because he supported individual freedom and limited government. What is Locke's theory of property? Locke's belief property is created when Locke's belief property is created when a person mix makes labor with natural resources. Log believe property is created when a person mix labor and natural resources. How does how does logs how does logs how does logs address the logs logs so solve that spoil what is consent according to law? Consent means the approval of the people for the establishment of government. Cons- con- consent consent means the approval of the people for the government. Mention two natural rights according to law. Right to life, right to liberty. What is civil society according to law? Civil society is an organized political community formed to protect natural rights. What is civil society according to law? Civil society is an organized political community formed to protect natural rights. Why did laws supported limited government? Laws supported limited government to protect individual right and freedom. Individual right and freedom. जी हाँ, पढ़ने पढ़ना. What is law free of what is law free of property? Law free property is created when person mix labor with natural resources. Law free property is created when a person mix labor with the natural resources. Mix laws leave property, natural property, life property is created when people when a person mix labor with natural resources. Mix labor with natural resources. What is laws leave property? Free of property. Laws leave property is laws leave property is laws leave property is property is created when a person mix labor with natural resources. Loss leave property is created when a person mix labor with natural resources. Loss leave property is created when a person mix labor with natural resources. Hi, what are you doing? By reading, I am reading. Just studying my college exam. Tomorrow, 20 May, I have exam. So I read college exam. My English is not that good. So I have applied for already I have applied that. Wow, you cook. You cook, eh? I cook. Ahmad Shah. Guru Bhai Ahmad Shah. Ahmad Shah cook. Where are you from? I am from West Bengal. West Bengal. ब्रो कमेंट में, ब्रो कमेंट कमेंट वेयर इज ब्रो? वेस्ट बंगाल से, वेस्ट बंगाल से, मतलब वेस्ट बंगाल मतलब बिहार के पास में। व्हाट इज हाउ इज द ब्रो? सब्सक्राइब कर दो, सब्सक्राइब। हाउ डज what loss believe property? Loss believe property is created when a person mix labor with natural resources. Loss believe that loss believe that loss believe property is loss believe that loss believe loss believe property is created when a person mix labor with natural resources. Why did Locke address the spoilage problem of poverty? Locke solved the spoilage problem through the introduction of money and exchange. How does Locke address the spoilage problem of property? Spoilage spoilage problem of property. Locke solve the spoilage problem. Locke solved the spoilage problem through the introduction of money and exchange. Locke solved the spoilage problem through the introduction of through the introduction of spoilage and what is constant according to Locke? What is constant according to Locke? Money and exchange. Locke solved the spoilage problem. Locke solved the spoilage problem through the introduction of an exchange. Money and exchange. What is constant according to Locke? What is constant according to Locke? Consent means the approval of the people for the establishment of government. What is consent? What is consent according to consent? Consent means consent. What is consent according to? Consent means the approval of the people for the establishment of government. What is consent? Consent according to Locke. Consent means approval for the approval of the consent means the approval of the people for the establishment of government. Consent means the approval of the people for the establishment of government. Consent means the approval of the people for the establishment of government. What is consent according to law? Consent means the approval of people for the establishment of government. Consent means the approval of people for the establishment of the establishment of the government. Means the approval of the work of the people for the establishment of government. Mention to natural rights according to law. Right to life, right to liberty. Mention to natural right according to law. Right to life, right to liberty. Mention to natural right according to law. What is civil society according to law? What is civil society according to law? Civil society is an organized political community community formed to protect natural rights. Why does law support limited government? Law supported limited government to protect individual right and freedom. What is law's view on police revolution? Laws believe people have the right to revolt against an unjust government. What is what what is majority rule? What is majority rule according to law? Majority rule means what is majority rule according to law? Majority rule means decisions of the majority are binding on society. Majority rule what is majority rule according to law? Majority rule means decision of the majority are binding on society. What is general rule according to rules? What is majority? Majority rule means What is gender will according to what is gender will according to what is gender will according to gender will according to what is gender will according to roles. Gender will means the collective view and the common good of society. Gender will means the collective views and at the common good of society. Gender will means the collective. General will means the collective will aim at the common good of society. How does general will differ from the will of all? What is general referring to? General means the collective well and at the common good of society. General will means the collective will well and at means the collective will and at the common good and at the common good of society. General means collective good for the common good of society. Good of society. Collective will and at the collective will. General will means the collective will and at the common good of society. General will means the collective will and at the common good of society. General will and means the collective will and at the common good of society. General will means the collective will and at the common good of society. General will means the collective will and at the common good of society. The collective will and at the common. General will means the collective will and at the common good of society. General will means the collective will. General will means collective will and at the common good of society. Common good of society. How does what is general according to rules? General views means collective will and at the common good of society. General will is a common interest. What does general will differ from will of all? How does general will differ from will of all? General will represent common interest, while will of all represent personal interest. General will represent common interest, and will of all represent individual interest, personal interest. Mention two features of general will. It promotes public welfare. It promotes public welfare. It represents common interest. It promotes public welfare. It represents interest. It represents common interest. It represents common interest. It promotes public welfare. It promotes. Mention two features of general will. It promotes public welfare. It represents common interest. Mention two features of public welfare. Mention two features of general will. It promotes public welfare and common interest. It promotes common welfare and represent common interest. Why did Rawls support direct democracy? Why did Rawls support direct democracy? Rawls support direct democracy because people should directly participate in lawmaking. Rawls support direct Direct democracy because roles supported direct democracy because people who directly participate in democracy. Roles support direct democracy because people should directly participate in democracy. What is popular sovereignty according to Rawls? Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Supreme sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. What is popular sovereignty according to Rawls? Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. What? Why is Rawls support direct democracy? Direct democracy. Rawls support direct democracy because people should directly participate in government. Rawls support direct democracy because people directly participate in government. What is popular sovereignty according to Rawls? Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. What is popular sovereignty? Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. What is popular sovereignty according to Rawls? Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Popular sovereignty means what is popular sovereignty means political power belong to the people. Supreme political power. Popular sovereignty means supreme political power belong to the people. Why is Rawls called the forehand of democracy? Why is Rawls called the forehand of democracy? Rawls is called the forehand of democracy because he supports equality and people's participation in government. Why is Rawls called the prophet of democracy? Why? It's because he supports equality and people's participation in government. Rawls is called the prophet of democracy because he supported equality and people's participation in government. Because what is Rawls support equality and people's participation of government. Because he supported equality and people's participation in government. Hi. What is common in good according to Rawls? What is common good according to Rawls? Common good means the welfare and interest of all of the whole society. Common good means welfare and interest of common good means the welfare and interest of all interest of the whole society. Common good. What is common good according to you? Common good means interest, welfare and interest of all society. Interest of all society. All fair and interest of all society. Name one book written by Rawls. One famous book written by Rawls is The Social Contract. Name one book written by Rawls. The famous book written by Rawls is The Social Contract. The famous book written by Rawls is The Social Contract.